Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, aka the Football History Dude, and I'm here to help you finish your Christmas shopping list and let everyone else over there stiff-arm their competition while trying to fight off that tryptophan on Turkey Night. Now, what we did was we partnered with Rochester Sports Autographs, the largest JSA authenticated autograph distributor in the United States, where you can get up to 75% off over 30,000 autographed sports collectibles during this holiday season. They have something for everyone. But how is RSA able to offer such great deals on JSA authentication, you ask? Well, they do this by making deals directly with athletes so there are no extra markups, and they choose to then pass that savings on to you, the customer. Now, all orders from Rochester Sports Autographs are top quality and shipped to your door with top authentication and a money-back guarantee. But hurry up because customers are so stark raving mad for RSA that memorabilia sells out daily. All you have to do is head over to shoprsa.com/SHN. Again, that's shoprsa.com/SHN. So don't wait to bring home your favorites and own a piece of sports history for you and the loved ones on your shopping list this holiday season.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your place for all things great in sports history. And welcome to your sports break for November 16th, the greatest athletes and the greatest events that happened on this date, along with their uniform numbers that they wore. Before we get to that, though, let's make sure you know about our newsletter. Each and every day, 6:30 a.m., we have the Pig Pen Sports newsletter coming out, telling you all the things that are coming out on Jersey Dispatch, Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast, Pigskin Dispatch, and the podcast of Pigskin Dispatch, and Orville Mulligan, sports writer, as well as many of our friends over at Sports History Network, what they're doing as well. Make sure you sign up. Real easy. Show notes of this very podcast or on jerseydispatch.com or pigskindispatch.com. Now your uniform numbers we'll talk about for this November 16th are the numbers 6, 13, 21, 24, 29, number 12, and jersey number 33. November 16th, 1957, the Boston Celtics and their legendary center, number 6, Bill Russell, set an NBA record of 49 rebounds as the Boston Celtics defeated the Philadelphia Warriors 111-89 at the Boston Gardens. November 16th, 1962, the San Francisco Warriors center, number 13, Wilt Chamberlain, he scored 73 points in a 127-111 win over the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. November 16th, 1966, the Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder number 21, Roberto Clemente, was named the National League MVP. And just when you think that the athletes can't get any better after talking about Russell and Chamberlain and Clemente, well, how about November 16th, 1976, Rick Barry, number 24 of the Golden State Warriors, had the then longest NBA free throw streak and had 60 in a row. Well, that streak ended on this day on 1976. November 16th, 1977, Rod Carew, number 29, well, he won the American League Most Valuable Player Award on this day. And on November 16th, 1980, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback number 12, Doug Williams. Yeah, remember him? He won a Super Bowl MVP with the Washington Redskins. Well, on this day, with the Buccaneers, he threw for 486 yards. That is an amazing feat in any era. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of guys that are doing that even in today's NFL with some bigger passing game. November 16th, 1988, Jose Canseco, the Oakland A's, number 33 on his jersey, became the first unanimous American League MVP since Reggie Jackson did it probably about a decade earlier in the 70s. And that is your sports break, your sports history for November 16th. We hope that you've enjoyed this little bit of tidbits just to whet your appetite a little bit for sports history, because there's plenty more. You can go to 3 great sites, sportshistorynetwork.com, pigskindispatch.com, and jerseydispatch.com. And don't forget, we got Orville Mulligan, sports writer, at orvilleMulligan.com. So make sure you check out those sites, gain a little bit more knowledge on your sports history, and just enjoy the fun. family clean fun, I might ask, that is good at any time to listen to because it's history and it's always good to listen to a little bit of history. So make sure you check out those great podcasters over at Sports History Network and our great podcasts that we have both on sportshistorynetwork.com and on Pigskin Dispatch and jerseydispatch.com. Till tomorrow, everybody, have a great Sports History Day.
The Rose Bowl. The game that inspired the college football bowl season has a long and storied history. The stadium itself is 100 years old, and in celebration of it, Pigskin Dispatch is assembling some of the top historians and authors to share the memories, people, and events that make the granddaddy of them all the special game that it is.
That's right. Join me, Darren Hayes, on the Pigskin Dispatch podcast here on Sports History Network or your favorite podcast provider from the end of November all the way to the day of the big game.
Rose Bowl history from pigskindispatch.com.
We're dribbling around and see the shot clock's almost out, so we got to put up our shot and come back tomorrow for some more great sports history. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com, not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com. Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, aka the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you gotta do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you gotta do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.